Hey y'all, and welcome back to Organically Designed. I'm Lindsay, and this is another edition of Hot Mess Tips, and today we're talking about the kitchen. The goal of Hot Mess Tips is to bring you tips that make things super easy, super manageable, and to help you get things under control. My number one tip for keeping things manageable in the kitchen is having a space for everything, or having a home for every item. So knowing where you're going to put it back, having it to where it makes sense, and keeping things categorized. In my kitchen, I keep all my baking and cooking things near the stove because that makes sense, because that's where I'm going to grab them. And then where I dry and clean my dishes is where I keep my plates and cups. Y'all seen me organize my kitchen before whenever I just did a recent reorganization and tidy up in my kitchen to really get things categorized that much better and to get things much more manageable and under control so that things just worked more cohesively in the kitchen altogether. So be sure to check out the description below because I'm always linking more videos that help inspire you to get things organized in your home too. The other thing that I like about having a home for everything in my kitchen is that I am not the only one using it. Therefore, it needs to make sense for basically anybody coming into the kitchen. So say I'm having people over and there's multiple chefs that are coming in and working in my kitchen, then they are going to be able to get into any cabinet and basically know, okay, this is where this is going to be. I'm going to grab this from this area. Things are just going to make sense. The other thing about having a home for everything and making sure that it sticks is that whenever you're washing the dishes, or someone else, even if you're putting up for your kids are going to keep asking you where this goes, where that goes, because where do the cooking utensils go? Where did the plates go? So they're all going to be within the same cabinet. So it really does proof things to a point to where everyone should be able to find what they need and be able to put it back without any excuses. My number two tip is super simple and easy, but it's one thing that can be really, really hard to keep up with, and that is keeping the counters clean and keeping them wiped down. So that includes all the surfaces. I make sure at the end of every night that all my counters are wiped down and that my stovetop is wiped down as well, because I want to have a clean kitchen to cook in, or anybody else who's cooking to have them be able to just fresh start without having to wipe something down. And also before you go to bed at night, I think is the best time to do it, because just being able to wake up to a clean kitchen the next morning and then going to sleep knowing that your kitchen is tidy, I don't know, it helps me sleep way better at night. So it's just a routine that I try to follow every evening, even if that means I don't do all the dishes at night. As long as they're in the dirty side of the sink and rinsed off, that's great. But my countertops are clear and things are nicely wiped down, and it just does make things appear like maybe we have our ish together. My number three tip is having a dish schedule. So this is a dishwashing schedule. A lot of people have dishwashers, and so they could just pop it in there and they might run it every day. They might run it every few days. And those of us who do not have a dishwasher, or do not have a working dishwasher, really need to set a schedule up to make sure that we're getting those dishes taken care of and put away, so that we're not running into every few days a mountain of dishes that we need to clean and put away. Something that we do in my home that really helps with the dish schedule is that weeknights, I really try to take care of most of the dishes. So Monday through Thursday are pretty much my nights that I wash everything. And then I normally pull one of my kids in to dry and put away the dishes. And then on the weekend, my husband helps. And then one night a week, I'll assign another kid to wash some dishes, maybe when things are a little bit less of a mountain, especially when maybe we're just doing leftovers or something. So just keeping that in mind of hey, other people can help you out. And even if you're doing it, at least have someone help you dry and put them away if you can. If not, just having that schedule that fits you. So every day may not fit you, but having things in the sink at least, because really on Friday nights, we don't really do dishes here. but I will put everything in the dirty side of the sink and they're all rinsed off, ready to go to be cleaned. And normally my husband does that on Saturday mornings. So that is what works for us, but just having that schedule every week that really works well for you and your family. That's really what it's all about, and having that routine so that things are that much more manageable. That's all the hot mess tips I have for you today for the kitchen to keep things more under control and manageable for you. If you liked these simple and easy tips, make sure you hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button for more motivation in organizing, routines, and keeping things clean with a little creativity thrown in between. As always, stay organically you and have an amazing rest of your day.